Oh my god. Oh my god, did you guys hear? New Switch models. Let's discuss them. Alright, so the Switch has been out for 2 years now, and we absolutely love this console. But you know what we love even more? New stuff. Because we're all not satisfied with anything. No, but new variety in terms of Switch does create reason to be excited. After all, these new models could both create opportunity for a myriad of different reasons. If you weren't already aware, these models are said to be, one, a version of the Switch that is less powerful and more efficient in battery. So I'm imagining this Switch to be a low-cost option. The other model would be an enhanced Switch, similar to how Microsoft and Sony have both released souped-up, beefed-up versions of their consoles. PS4 Pro and Xbox One X respectively. While I can appreciate the power stripped down version, however, this video will be about the latter of the two options. Nintendo has never been one to chase after power or follow in the footsteps of their competitors. But perhaps this isn't a bad takeaway from Microsoft and Sony. I'm curious to see what Nintendo would do anyways with a more powerful console. Maybe this would mean better ports of games and things we wouldn't be able to see on Switch. Perhaps with this new and improved hardware, maybe? And the sky's the limit? Who's to say? To be fair, back during the 6th generation of consoles, the Nintendo GameCube was technically more powerful than the opposing consoles at the time. But due to the hard time developers were having utilizing the GameCube, due to the limited storage of the mini CDs that the GameCube was running on, the third-party library was comparatively weak compared to the PS2 and Xbox. This is important to note because it does well to detail the pattern we've seen since from Nintendo. Innovations like the Wii and Switch were made possible by no small part to Nintendo rethinking their strategy and separating themselves fully from the quote-unquote console wars. The Switch has been dominating despite not falling evenly into the conventional idea of what modern consoles are supposed to look like. Quite literally. But it is 2019, and perhaps because of this momentum, Nintendo feels comfortable pushing their gears a little bit harder. 4K makes sense at this point in time, and more RAM and internal storage would help circumvent the need to go out and buy more storage for the average consumer, at least immediately. As you know, the original Switch dropped with 4 GB of RAM, 32 GB of internal storage, and this improvement would see 8 GB of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. That's a huge increase. And that storage goes a long way for Nintendo. 128 gigs will last you a while due to them being able to compress the games and have them not be as bulky as some of the other games that we've seen from competitors. I see this as an opportunity for Nintendo to grab anybody that's on the fence or wary of the Switch for whatever reason. Perhaps more power is attractive to some consumers, but personally, I've never cared that hard for graphics to bite at the latest and greatest on the block. I will never own a PS4 Pro or Xbox One X, and that's not to bash anybody who loves those consoles for what they do. I can respect it, but from an outsider looking in, I just appreciate the first party content from Nintendo, and that's why, majority of the time, that's where I'm at. Smash Brothers is great to me. I don't care if it's a 4K version or not. Of course, I can't speak for everyone, but I can say that the Switch is already in a very good place with third party, and I feel as though a more powerful option will be the last frontier. If there are any devs still on the fence right now, then when this drops, the excuses will just fall flat, and there will be no reason to not put your game on Switch. Although, from a financial aspect, there really isn't one anyway. I absolutely loved my 3DS. I don't have it anymore, but the 3DS itself went through a myriad of different incarnations throughout its lifespan. The new 3DS provided a more powerful option as opposed to the regular version, and there was even a wall upon which certain games wouldn't play on the regular edition of the 3DS. That's an area I don't want to see Switch jump into. If there's a game that's exclusively made just for the new and improved Switch and I can't play it on my Switch, I'm gonna be highly upset. Although I don't think Nintendo would go that route this time. I don't think we would have a wall and a barrier upon which we just can't reach certain games, because I would be very pissed. Plus, excluding 30+ million users just wouldn't be smart in general. So I really don't think we have to worry about that. Whew. One thing I am concerned about in regards to the newer Switch is the battery life. Even with the current Switch, the battery is an issue for some users. I say some users, and I do mean that. Personally, I find enough fulfillment and get enough use out of that 2 hours to still be able to destroy AJ in Smash. That was me holstering the gun. Cause shots fired. Love you, bro.
But then again, just play docked, you weirdo, and buy a Pro Controller. Dang, stop being so cheap. At least this model would encourage people to play docked a lot more. So if you're in the realm to want to play Breath of the Wild or Smash Bros. Ultimate in 4K, which absolutely sounds fantastic, then this would be the version for you. Me personally, I just don't feel like that increases the experience. But oh my, with the spikes and the sword slashes and everything, just be that much better. You know what? I might give this just a Spike AJ in 4K. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. We go at it. We go at it. Now, presumably, this Switch will no doubt cost more than the original model when it first released. But if 4K interests you, as well as the increased RAM and internal storage, then I would say spring for this. If you don't have a Switch already and you want one, even at the risk of maybe less battery in terms of handheld mode, but a more enjoyable docked experience, I would say jump for it.
That should be, how much time we got? We still got time? Yeah, we still got time.
While I can appreciate the power stripped down version, however, this video will be about the latter of the two options.
Shut up! Shut up! We're talking about it anyways. We're talking about it anyways. Anyways, how about the less powerful Switch?
This is the version of the Switch we heard rumblings about last year. The cheaper option for more casual gamers that's doing away with things like controller vibration in order to cut costs. Also, Nintendo sees the cheaper option as a successor to the 3DS, which personally I already felt like the Switch was a perfect successor to the 3DS, but what do I know? Not only would this Switch be for the gamer on a budget, but it would also be the Switch that prioritizes portability first, doing away with the detachable Joy-Cons and having fixed ones. This would no doubt make it mandatory, however, to get another controller in order to play docked, as we wouldn't be able to detach the Joy-Cons. But as a more affordable option, I can't see this thing being over $250. Add that to the library of Switch games that we already have out now, and honestly, you can't beat it. This will be the one I go for. Or rather, the one I would go for if I didn't have a Switch already. Because honestly, I do play handheld mode more than docked. A stark contrast to the beginning of the video, right? You thought I was power hungry. Admit it, you thought I was a power hungry animal.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint you on that. But I hope I didn't disappoint you with the video. Be sure to let me know if you guys liked it by clicking or tapping the like button right below me right here. Also, be sure to share this video with a friend who may not have a Switch right now, wants to get one, and wants to look at some better options coming out this year. Be sure to check in every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for videos just like this. But before I go, I want to leave the discussion on to you guys. What do you guys think about these new versions of the Switch? Do you care about them? Are you excited about more power? Or do you think the held back restricted version of the Switch would be nice for a more cost-effective version? Would you buy one of these Switches for somebody? Would you? Let me know all that and more in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sorry about the non-set in the background here. Just moved to a new apartment, got my own office space, and I'm just loving it. We're gonna fill this up. We're gonna fill this up gradually as time together. You know what? In the comments, let me know what you'd like me to put back here in this space. All right? I'm thinking some Star Fox stuff, some stuff right there. All right. Anyway, also, if you didn't already, check out Parker and AJ's video from this week. AJ went on to talk about the things that Nintendo could probably copy from Sony and Microsoft. They've been taking from Nintendo, so it's only right. Parker discussed 13 games coming to the eShop in his eShop window episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys again next week.